Okay, well, I got the pump out. That was about all I could muster up the energy for today, so I figured at least I would get a little bit of footage of this thing. So this is the side that you couldn't really see before. This is the side with the letters, the writing casted into it. Get a little more light on it, maybe it'll make it out there. There, Columbiana Pump Company, 2030. Looks like Columbine, Ohio. Oh, Columbiana. Columbiana. Okay, that's what it is. Now maybe I have a little bit more luck trying to find some information on this thing. Columbiana Pump Company, Columbiana, Ohio. Anyways, after looking at it a little bit more closely yesterday with the neighbor, we got this turning and the motor turning freely. So there's some progress at least. And this guy here appears to have been, made specifically for this pump and pressure tank combination. So I was able to unbolt 3 of the bolts that secured it to that cast iron plate, but one of them just wouldn't budge. So I wound up having to grind the head off of this one, but it worked out just fine. I was able to get it off safely. Turn this guy to the side here, or to the other side I should say. And right there is where it was connected to the pressure tank. I mean, it still looks like it's in pretty decent mechanical condition, other than what's left of that aluminum pulley on the motor, but it seems to be all there at the moment. I even found the cover plate for the pressure switch. So some of the writing is visible still, but not all of it. But at least the writing goes inside. So this is the only part that's actually supposed to show. Turn this thing around to the side, or to the end. So I guess technically that's the end that you was able to see yesterday. Kind of eager to see how the pressure switch operates and whatnot. It's an interesting mechanism all in itself. This here, this is where the line was attached. What I think is the air line was attached to the pressure tank, and it looks like it's got a Schrader valve in there. So I still haven't figured out, all the ins and outs of how this thing functions with, this chamber. I don't know what these things are supposed to be for. I mean, it's it's kind of alien to an extent. Oh, and one other interesting thing. I wonder, this was sitting on the back behind the pump and pressure tank. I wonder if this is one of the leather diaphragms for this. I don't know, maybe diaphragm isn't the right word, but piston. I wonder if this is one of the leather pistons that's made for this machine, or this pump. I just found that behind it as I got these 2 pieces off of the base. Not much to see on the back. So from what I can tell, some of these pumps have a gear reduction, and some of them are direct. direct drive's probably not a real good way of saying it. A pinion and bull gear as opposed to directly driving the shaft that has the eccentric for the pump. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, I mean, it's an awfully fascinating thing for me to have come across, especially with, you know, period correct motor and the pressure switch and whatnot. I'm kind of curious to get it hooked up to some water and see if I can make it move, see if it'll pump water still, see if it leaks like a sieve, you know, see what it does or doesn't do. But I'll get the camera off the mount here and take a little close-up video on the thing so you guys can see a little better detail. But these two chambers are really two things that puzzle the crap out of me. I mean, this almost looks like this is made to prime the pump, best guess. And then with this feeding air to the pressure tank, kind of baffles me, but I don't know. I'm sure, you know, given some time, I'll come up with some answers for this thing. I mean, even just the mechanicals of the pressure switch are pretty darn fascinating. Let me get a little more light in there if I can. Definitely going to be eager to actuate this stuff and see how it functions. I'm not sure if this is a repulsion induction motor or not. Doesn't quite look like it. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, I think it is. I think I can see, I don't think it's going to show up on camera, but I think I see the stator, or the commutator plate. I'm not sure, but possibly. We'll see. There's going to be a lot of mysteries to solve on this thing yet, but anyway, since it's on the back of the truck, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take it back to Ohio City with me, and it'll be easier to offload in the garage back there, and then I'll have the chance to tinker with it here and there. We're going to start getting into cold temperatures and possibly some pretty serious snow tomorrow, or sort of semi-serious, I guess you could say. But at any rate, hopefully that was interesting to a couple of you fellas. I'll catch you guys later.